Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So today we're going to talk a little bit about clear coat. So what I've got in front of me here is our C300, our quick dry clear. Now, a couple of people have asked about the different clears that we have, and so we thought we'd shoot a quick little video on this clear, on the applications, why you would use it, how you would use it, and of course, how it looks after it's sprayed. So let's get down to a few of the details on when you should use this type of clear coat. So with this being a quick dry clear, of course it does dry very quickly. Now, in saying that, this is a type of clear coat that you would normally be able to spray it at maybe the first of the day and be able to possibly even give it back to the customer by the end of the day. So normally you're probably gonna have about a 3 to 6 hour cure time on something like this, depending on shop conditions, especially with right now, whenever it's winter time, the cold may take a little bit longer. But if you do have it in a climate controlled environment, or possibly you even have a bake cycle in your paint booth or something like that, you can actually even bake this product as well. So it has a lot of great uses for a lot of applications. So let's talk about when that you would use this type of clear coat compared to maybe a slower drying clear. So let's say that you might have maybe not the best setup in a paint booth, or maybe you're spraying in a shop that might be dirty or something like that. So this clear coat is going to be really great because it will flash off a lot quicker, which means that it'll get dust free a lot quicker, which means that you have less time for any of the air particles, any dust or anything like that to settle onto the part and possibly create a dust nib or an imperfection in the clear coat itself. So if those types of applications are for you, then definitely check out this type of clear coat. Also too, if you are in a hurry, of course, the quick dry clear is definitely a go-to for that. So if you're looking to get this product, of course, we're gonna have links in the description below, but also we do sell these in 2 separate sizes. So of course you have your quart can for your smaller projects if you're just wanting just a little bit to try out. We also offer the gallon can, so that way you get a better value for the money that you're spending. So that way your cost per ounce is a lot less compared to buying it in the quart. So if you go through a lot or you want to definitely save on material, buying it in the gallon can is definitely the way to go. Now, mixing ratio. Mixing ratio is going to be a 3 to 1. So you're gonna have 3 parts of your clear coat to 1 part of your activator. So let's talk about mixing. So whenever you are going to be mixing this up, it's going to be mixed at a 3 to 1 ratio. So you're gonna have 3 parts of your gloss clear to 1 part of your activator. Now, we offer our activator in a medium activator. So normally that's going to be around the 75 to 85 degree range. Now you can use it in hotter or colder, but also just remember that the times depending on the temperature range will vary because of you either have more heat to dry it out quicker or less heat to not dry as fast. So definitely keep that in mind whenever you are mixing it and using it in a temperature range that might not be in the range that it needs to be for the activator that you're using. So mixing this is going to be very simple, of course. As I was saying before, we're going to use our 3 to 1 ratio. So we've got our cups here that we're going to be mixing it up with. So that way we can go ahead and spray this and show you guys how it sprays, as well as how good of a gloss that this produces. So we're going to mix this up again at a 3 to 1 ratio. So I'm going to use my 2 marks right here on the 3 to 1 column. So the first part is going to go up to that 2 right there. So we'll pour clear in. Up to the first 2, and then of course we have our activator that will go up to the next line on the 2 in the next column, so which is going to be right in there. All right, so now we'll shake that up, stir it up however we need to mix it up, and then we'll put it in a gun and get to spraying with it. All right, so now that we've got everything in the booth, we've got it all wiped off, we're gonna go ahead and spray a speed shape so that way you guys can see how good of a gloss this actually puts out. I think it kind of turns out really good. And the really nice thing about it is that it doesn't die back or shrink. So that way, whenever you put out a really nice gloss finish, it retains a lot of that gloss finish after it's even fully cured out, which makes it really nice for whenever you're giving it back to the customer. So let's go ahead, let's get geared up, spray this, and show you guys a few things. So now that we've got the first coat on, you'll probably see that it's not fully glassed out, maybe the way that I might like it. So the way that I like to spray this clear coat is the fact of I will normally spray it maybe a little bit on the lighter side, not completely light where it's maybe a dusting, but a light wet coat. And so what that helps do is that it helps solidify everything, gets everything on the part, maybe not fully wet, but it is definitely a little bit lighter. So that way, whenever we go to apply this second coat, I can get a really nice smooth glass finish, and I'm not building up a lot on the first coat, so then that way whenever I apply the second, there's more chance of it running. So now that we've just applied this, of course we'll let it flash off, normally around 5 to 10 minutes depending on your conditions that you're spraying in, and then we'll spray another coat over the top of that. So let's go ahead, let's let this sit, let it flash off, and then we'll spray the second coat after that. So we are within our flash time, so let's go ahead and check it just to be on the safe side and show you guys a few things so that way you know when to go ahead and apply the second coat if by chance you may not have set a timer or anything like that. So of course we're not going to touch the part, but because we have sprayed right here and we've got a good wet coat right there, I mainly just want to be able to stripe my finger across that like that and not get anything on it. So at this point right here, we're not getting anything on it. We can go ahead and apply our second coat. Now again, do not touch the part, but for the video purposes, I'm going to show you guys that I'm actually touching this here and it is not making a mark on it, so we are ready to go for our second coat as well. So as you can clearly see, we've got a really nice good gloss finish over the whole thing. Everything wet out a lot better on that second coat, and it's looking so much better overall. So the second coat, this is where we really want that good wet coat coming on, so that way we can let everything flow out and everything will smooth out to a mirror finish if it's applied correctly. So now that we've got that second coat applied, of course we'll let this fully cure out within the time frame that it needs to get fully cured, and then of course from there we can give it back to the customer, do any buffing, polishing, anything like that that's going to be necessary. But the nice thing about this clear coat is as you can see, it laid out super smooth and really beautiful. It's got that mirror finish on it. As it dries, it's pretty much going to have almost the exact same finish whenever it dries, which is the reason why we use it a lot for some of our jobs that we're doing. So hopefully this video has really helped you guys out. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, then definitely leave them below. We'd always love to hear from you on anything hydrographics related, as well as let me know your thoughts on the clear. If you've shot this, if you like it, even if you don't, always love to hear from you on the comment section below. And if you're interested in the clear or purchasing any other products for the hydrographics industry, definitely check out the links in the description below. We're going to have links to those so that way you can check those out along with all the other products that we supply. If you haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button. We'd always love to have you subscribe to our weekly tips and tricks videos. And of course, if you like the video, definitely hit that like button. It always helps YouTube on showing you guys more content that's like this. I'm Bryan from Liquid Concepts, and this is how we customize your world. We'll see you guys next time.